What's up, brand builder? Stephen Hurahan here at brandmasteracademy.com, and in this video you're going to learn what a brand manager is and what they do so you can understand what it is to manage a brand and learn to manage your own brand more effectively. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. This is where you're going to learn how to build brands that go beyond visuals with strategy, psychology, and creative thinking. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and you will be well on your way. Now, the brand manager is an all-encompassing role, and everything that the brand does in terms of its communication, its operation, and everything from marketing to customer service falls under the control of the brand manager. It's the brand manager's job to ensure that the brand is out there in the marketplace communicating clearly and consistently and effectively so that ultimately the brand grows long term. So everything that the brand does in terms of its communication, its operations, its marketing, all falls under the control of the brand manager, and it's their job to make sure that the brand grows. So the brand manager needs to ask and answer questions about the brand. So what are we doing? Why are we doing this way? Is it working? If yes, why? If no, why? Can we do things better? Can we increase our sales? Where can we communicate more effectively? These are the questions that the brand manager needs to ask, and they need to make sure that they get the answers to those questions so that they can ultimately steer the brand in the direction of success and grow that brand long term. Now, the term brand manager is synonymous with bigger businesses. When we think of brand managers, we think of brand managers at big corporate companies managing a big brand, but brand managers today fall within small businesses. And when it comes to small business, it's more than likely the business owner who is going to be managing that brand. So therefore they are in control of everything the brand does, everything within their marketing and within their operations, and making decisions on how that brand is going to go out there and communicate. So they'll be in charge of communication. They'll be in charge of advertising, whether it's Facebook or Google. They'll be in charge of content marketing, and they'll be in charge of messaging on their website. So all of these roles fall under the term and the leadership of the brand manager, and within a small business that tends to be the business owner. When it comes to bigger businesses, on the other hand, the brand manager usually has an army of specialists at their disposal, whether that be a social media manager, a Facebook ads manager, a Google ads manager, a content writer, a copywriter, a developer, a website designer. There are many different roles within building a successful brand, and regardless of the resources at hand and regardless of the skills of the business owner, it is the brand manager's job to oversee all of these roles, to make sure that each one of these roles are playing the right part, are doing their bit to move the brand forward, because it's ultimately the brand manager's job to set the course and steer the ship. So some key responsibilities of the brand manager includes market research. So understanding who that audience is and what they're looking for, understanding that competitive landscape and what's already in the market to identify gaps and opportunities. Then there's also visual and verbal communication. How is the brand being expressed in the marketplace? What kind of personality does it have? What kind of tone of voice or messaging strategy or storytelling framework is being used? And then, of course, marketing strategy. What kind of ads are out there in the marketplace? Where are those ads being put? What kind of media spend is being allocated to different channels? These are all part of the role of the brand manager to understand what they need to do, understand how they need to get in front of their audience and make some critical decisions to get in front of that audience. And ultimately, sales. This is where the buck stops with the brand manager. They need to ensure that everything they're doing within the brand, everything that they're communicating, and all their marketing efforts is providing a return on investment, and that those sales are ultimately growing longer term, and the brand is ultimately growing long term. So it is the brand manager that owns the show that is the brand. And at the end of the day, it is the brand manager that needs to have a firm understanding of all of the different elements at play, all of the different lines of communication, and everything that the brand needs to do to shape the perceptions in the mind of their target audience. So having a really strong relationship with who that audience is, really understanding what it is that they want, to be able to make critical decisions to get in front of them, to influence their perceptions and to ultimately influence their buying decisions so that they buy more of what the brand is offering and that they ultimately grow that brand. But I would love to hear from you about your experiences when it comes to brand management. Are you managing a small brand at the moment and are you playing all those roles, or are you managing a bigger brand and do you have specialists at your disposal? I would love to hear from you in the comments below about your experiences. If you have any questions in relation to brand managers or brand management, let me know in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer all of those. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button as well. It'll let you know when I've got new videos coming out if you hit that notification bell. And if you want brand strategy tips and techniques like this, head on over to brandmasteracademy.com. Get yourself signed up for that list. It is free and I do keep some exclusive content for that list as well. So get yourself involved. If you want to download actionable resources that you can use to build brand strategies from scratch, then there are plenty on there. So get yourself involved. But as I said, I would love to hear from you about your experiences and your challenges. I'll do my best to answer all of those. Until next time, brand like a master, and I will see you in the next video.